Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video. It's a good one, if I do say so myself. We're gonna do lemon pepper chicken, Crunchwraps, and homemade biscuits with sausage gravy. So stick around and we'll get to cooking in just a minute. The first thing that we're going to make together is the lemon pepper chicken, and I'm just starting off with 3 large chicken breasts. I'm going to trim those up and actually split those in half down the middle so that they're not quite as thick and will cook a little faster. It also spreads the chicken out and helps it to feed more people. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. You're going to see too, this was actually a very large pack of chicken, and so what I've done is I've gotten half of it ready for this meal, and the other half I just trimmed those chicken breasts up. I'm putting them in some individual Ziploc bags. You could also wrap them in plastic wrap, and then I'm going to put those little bags inside of a larger freezer bag. That way they don't freeze together. I can just pull out what I need, and they're ready to go whenever we're ready to make our next chicken meal. The seasoning mix that I'm going to use on this chicken is the Great Value lemon and pepper wing seasoning, but like I said, we're going to use it on these chicken breasts. I'm just putting them all in a bag. We'll dump that seasoning mix on top, give it a good shake, and it'll be ready to go in the oven. I sprayed a baking sheet with some cooking spray, then just dump that chicken right on top, spread it out even, and then we'll put it in the oven. I baked this chicken at 375. I cooked it until it was 165 degrees internal temperature. While it was cooking, I'm going to saute up some squash, zucchini, and a little bit of onion. I'm just going to chop all of that up, put it in a skillet, and get it sauteing. These are some of my absolute favorite vegetables to saute. I'm just going to get about 2 tablespoons worth of butter melting. Y'all, my outfit on this night, I'm looking good. Anyway, we're going to get all those veggies in there, and then I'm going to put on some garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then y'all, I'll tell you the secret ingredient that makes these sauteed vegetables so good. Here it is. I think I've told y'all this before, but a little bit of soy sauce, about a tablespoon of soy sauce, and with your zucchini and squash, so good. It makes such a difference. Here's that chicken when it came out of the oven. I also opened a can of turnip greens and heated those up. There's our sauteed vegetables. This was a huge hit with everyone. I'm definitely going to be getting that lemon pepper seasoning again because we all enjoyed it. Up next, we're going to make homemade Crunchwraps, and y'all, these were so good. We are for sure going to be making these again. We started out by browning a pound of ground beef with some salt, pepper, and taco seasoning. Got my griddle there getting warm. The other ingredients or items you're going to need are some tostadas, some large flour tortillas. We got some of the Taco Bell mild sauce just as a topping. The Taco Bell salsa con queso, sour cream, shredded cheddar cheese, and shredded lettuce. Then we're just going to start building our Crunchwraps. We laid down the flour tortilla. We're going to spread some sour cream on top of that, then put down our ground beef. Y'all, we've already been talking about all the different ways we can make these with steak, with shredded chicken, so do whatever you like. This is, I guess, the traditional way. Then we put on some of the shredded lettuce. We put on some of the shredded cheddar cheese. We put the tostada on top of the shredded cheese and spread some of the salsa con queso on top of the tostada. I've seen some people put their tostada down towards the beginning of their layers, and I think Taco Bell may actually do that, but I've found that putting it towards the back helps give your Crunchwrap some more structure. This is where we realized that even that large flour tortilla wasn't quite big enough, so all I did was tear off another piece of a tortilla, stuck that on the back, and then folded it up. I've got some melted butter over there on my griddle. You could also do this in a skillet, but we're going to put the folded side down first, and then these come together real quick. You just got to brown them on both sides, let everything heat through, and they're ready to enjoy. These were so good. And like I said, our whole family really enjoyed them, and we've already been talking about all the other possibilities with steak and chicken. The possibilities are endless. Now we're going to make homemade biscuits with sausage gravy. I don't think I'm going to share my whole biscuit recipe in this video. My plan is to do a dedicated video on how I make homemade biscuits coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed and have the notification bell on. That way you don't miss it when that video comes out. You could use canned biscuits, frozen biscuits, whatever you've got, whatever you like. But y'all, nothing beats a good homemade biscuit. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll get that homemade biscuit recipe out for you shortly. Homemade biscuits with sausage gravy has become a much requested meal around our house. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, they don't care. They just love them, some biscuits and gravy. And I don't have a biscuit cutter. I just use whatever seems to be handy, whether it's a mason jar or a lid, whatever you've got, make it work. Here they are about to go in the oven. And while those are baking, we'll make our sausage gravy. I just have a pound of sausage. We're going to get that in our skillet and get it browned up. Once your sausage is browned, you don't drain that grease out. You leave it in there and add 1/4 of a cup of flour. Stir that around and let it cook for about 30 to 45 seconds just to kind of cook off some of that flour taste. And then we're going to pour in 4 cups of milk. Once you have your milk in there, you're going to bring it to a boil, reduce it to a simmer. It's going to start out thin like what you see here, and then within a matter of minutes, you're going to have a nice, thick gravy. Just like this. At this point, all I've got to do is add a little salt and pepper, and we're good to go. There's those biscuits right out of the oven. Our gravy is right there beside it. We're going to fix our plate, enjoy us some sausage gravy biscuits. I hope that you enjoyed this video. You found it interesting and got some meal inspiration from it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that button before you leave. We'd love to have you as part of the family. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.